Alright, Scorpio, let's see what is going on with you this week. These are going to be your guidance cards for the week of April 18th through April 24th of 2021. You have Door to Spirit. That's beautiful. So Door to Spirit tells me something's going to happen this week where you're going to feel more connected to Spirit, to God, to whatever your belief of Spirit is. But this card talks about a veil being lifted, or like a veil being open, so that you're able to either communicate with Spirit easier, or Spirit is able to communicate with you easier. We are going to clarify. We're going to use the Numinous Astro deck to clarify. This is going to help you be able to place this guidance in your own personal birth chart. Or maybe tell you someone who is around you that this energy could have something to do with. Alright, so you have, I love this word, I can't say it. Quiescence, I believe is how you say it. It's a complexity. It says irritates, puzzles, mysteries, clashes, misses the mark, requires translation. Okay, so I'm feeling like you could be getting a message from Spirit that's going to be a little complicated, or Spirit is trying to give you a message that maybe you're not understanding. Like, I'm getting you're missing the mark, something like that. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information about what this is about, Scorpio. Okay. So the Two of Wands is about planning. It's about taking first steps. It's about making tough decisions. I feel like what's happening here is Spirit is trying to guide you to do something. But you're not wanting to, because it's going to, the Two of Wands can also be about like leaving your comfort zone. It can be about like having to take risks. You're having to choose to do something that maybe you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And that is what I'm picking up for someone. A lesson that you've already learned that can help you with this decision, or this planning, or these first steps that you're having to take. Have the Lovers. Wow. Scorpio, the Lovers is a soul bond union. This is not the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a partnership. It can be a love partnership. It can just be about someone you care about. But the Lovers is a union, a bond, a soul bond that you've made with someone, you have with someone. This could have something to do with your soul tribe. This could just be someone that some people consider this card like your soulmate card. This can have something to do with twin flames, of course. But this can also be, I've heard recently, I don't know if you guys have heard of Madam Adam, but I just love this guy. He is just amazing. Makes me laugh every morning. So if you have not heard of him and you haven't unclenched your jaw, look up Madam Adam. He is hilarious. But he talks about how the Lovers is a fork in the road. We choose every day who it is that we want to spend our life with. We choose every day who we don't want to spend the rest of our life with. But it's a choice. It's a choice you have. And I'm feeling like this is in your lessons already learned. It's possible that Spirit is showing you this week that you do have a different choice. And I'm getting that for somebody. Outcome. You have the Page of Swords. Pages are new, fresh, young. Swords are thoughts, communication. So I'm getting that you need to maybe like take your first step. And it would be, you need to maybe like a small communication. Okay, so if this is for someone who, let's say you're in a relationship and you think, I'm not sure what to do, you have the choice. You can choose. You can choose to stay in the relationship and work on it and make it better, or you can choose to stop and start working on yourself so that in your next relationship, maybe it would be more successful or it would work out better. that's your choice. Or if this is for someone who is maybe like on their own, I do see this one person that's by himself on the Two of Wands, and your choice is, do I stay by myself, or do I try to move forward, move on, meet someone new, something like that. You're going to have to start with finding some sort of clarity to your thoughts. I feel like you're going back and forth. Do I, don't I? Something like that. Spirit is clearly trying to give you a message. You're not getting the message clearly, but the message is that you need to make a choice, and that's very much what it is. You need to decide, and then you need to find clarity in your decision and move forward. We're always moving forward, right, Scorpio? That is the goal. We are going to pull our Queen of the Moon Oracle. We'll do 2 of them. One for the beginning of the week, one for the end of the week. So when Spirit is trying to give you this message and you're not understanding, I don't think it's that you don't understand. I feel like you understand clearly what you need to do, Scorpio. You're just not wanting to make the choice. You're not wanting to do it. It's probably not something you feel comfortable with. It's going to make you feel like you're stepping out of your comfort zone. And in order to grow, in order to move forward, you're going to have to make the decision. Alright. So you have purity. Purity talks about a clean slate. So I'm thinking that's what this decision is trying to tell you. You have an opportunity here to have a clean slate. This card always reminds me, I used to live in Colorado, and there was a ski resort in the town that we lived in. And I always heard, I never skied. I am not coordinated enough. But I always heard people say and talk about fresh snow. Or like the fresh powder, like how excited they were for like the fresh snow to be on the ground to go skiing on, because it was like having a brand new clean slate, right? It makes everything smoother, and it's like you get to start all over. And I feel like that is very much what this guidance is trying to tell you. That is the decision. You have a brand new start here. You have an opportunity for something, and I feel like Spirit's been trying to tell you, and you're just not doing it. Alright. At the end of the week, when you start finding clarity, when you start finding your voice, is what I'm getting. Faith. So, faith talks about having faith in the universe, having faith in God, Spirit, however you want to label it. I call him God, but faith says that you trust God and that you know that God has your back. Like I said earlier, he is not out to get you. That is not the point of our life here. You need to have faith and understand that everything that has happened for a reason. If you're in a relationship where you're trying to figure out, do I stay, do I go, what do I do? Everything has happened for a reason. There was a lesson to be learned from this situation. You grew in some way. If your spouse is not, if there is no spouse and you're by yourself, you grew in some way. There was a reason that this had to happen. Whether it was to make you stronger, whether it was to make you more confident in yourself, whether it was to make you more open to love or new love, something like that is clearly what is happening. These cards are coming out so easy this week. It's wonderful. Alright, I do feel like it's going to be an emotional week just because you're so confused. You got fire, you got the lovers. The page is such a young, there's like a brand new beginning of clarity that happens at the week, but it's so small that I feel like you're just highly emotional, highly confused. I do see the 2 wands, the 2 peers, so very much could be a twin flame situation. But it could just be you. I feel like this is like a seesaw. Like you're just going back and forth. Like, I should, I shouldn't. I should, I shouldn't. And that's very much what's happening. Alright. Wow. It says you are very close to achieving your goal. It's the gibbous moon. Look at that moon. We do have that full moon coming. There's another one right there. This full moon is going to be significant for you, Scorpio. It is a release, so I do feel like you are going to make a choice. You do get some sort of clarity at the end of this week, and you get a fresh start, and that is what I feel like you're looking for. Alright, Scorpio, I feel like that is your guidance for the week. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, if this feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe.